together? Yes, come on forward, please. State your name and ward or address.
Good evening. My name is Ron Bellamy. Sorry I got so dressy tonight, but I had to stop pushing snow this afternoon, and hopefully I won't be pushing ice tomorrow. But I feel I need just to say something in regards to action towing. I was lucky enough to be one of the recipients of their tow truck here about 2 weeks ago, and this was at about 10 minutes after 8 at night. As I was leaving the carriage house, one of those Friday night festivals with Wire and Michael, I think I saw Barney that night as he was getting in his car, in his truck. Unfortunately, I wasn't parked on the side of the road. I was parked in an area I shouldn't have parked in. So I was naive to that, and it was just kind of a nasty night, wind blowing, a lot of rain. I wasn't looking around for places to stand. I was looking to get out of the wind. So I got into the carriage house, had a wonderful time with Wire and Michael from the crew, and left about 8:15. And when I came out to my car, it was gone. And I looked around, and I really didn't see a sign. But now that I've re-looked at the property, it does have a sign. And I was remiss in seeing that, so it's my fault. I went over to a gentleman who was towing a car in the lot across the street, and there was a woman standing there, and she was in tears because she had the keys to her car, and she wanted to move it. And they were in the process of towing it, and they said, too bad. We're going to tow it, even though you're here. That's just the way it goes. So I said to the guy, do you have a card or something so I can find out where I can get my car? He gave me a card. I said, you know how much money it costs to get my car? Nope, don't know anything. I said, fine. So fortunately, I carried an extra set of keys. I walked to my residence and made a phone call and got a hold of Action Towing, and they said $160 and 50 cents cash. And if you don't get down here by midnight tomorrow, it's another 50. I said, okay, where are you located? We're on South Rawls, right off of Rockingham Road. So I got a friend to take me down there. We got down there, and it looks like a good place to die. It's a very scary neighborhood. Looks like something out of a movie. Maybe Reservoir Dogs or something, you know? And so I pulled into the area that was fenced in and was abruptly confronted by some rather seedy-looking character who came up to me and said, you can't park here. I said, well, we're not parking here. I want to pick up my black van that's over there, and I had already called in and said it was there. Okay, yeah, that's $214. I said, excuse me, but I called earlier. It's $160. I think it's $214. I said, so maybe it could be $450, huh? And he looked at me and said, I said, you know, I'm about that far from calling the cops. Oh, maybe you ought to go talk to that guy. So I went over and talked to him, and I explained to him what his cohort wanted from me. He said, no, it's $160. I said, okay, so do you have an office? No. We don't have any place like that. You just crawl into the cab of the tow truck. Give us the money, and then I'll give you a receipt, and then you can leave. So that's what I did. Now, I know, Bill, after listening to you talk about all of us wanting to be part of downtown and how warm this place is supposed to be, this doesn't sound warm to me. It seems to me that we ought to have some kind of an ordinance where we can control what these guys are doing. I mean, you know, I remember when Fred used to charge $86. And that seems like a lot. But in this day and age, when people are really hurting for money, there we are, hitting them up for $160, $50. Now, you know, I'm sorry, but that seems really ludicrous at this time. Now, this one friend of mine's sister had that happen, and she makes about $160 a week at a convenience store. She ended up having a nervous breakdown from this thing. Now, you know, I'm just saying, I know that in the wisdom of the city council, you guys have got it pretty much together. I really like what you've been doing. I think, and I'm really happy that you addressed this. But what are we going to do about it? That's what my question is. And by the way, I just have to hand it to Davenport 1. They took all the snow off of my sidewalk today and even put some ice melt down. First time anybody's ever done that. So I just have that comment. I was just wondering if somebody could, address this, if there's some way that we can handle this, because from what I've heard, our hands are tied, we're helpless. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron, and you're absolutely right. And I think I'll ask the city attorney to sort of brief us on what we're going to do about it. This is not going to continue. The Public Works Committee and Public Safety Committee is considering some things. So could City Attorney Tom Warner kind of give us an overview for the public of what we're going to start to effectively do about it? It's been around for a while. We're going to change it. Alderman.
Yeah, thank you, Your Honor.
Warner.
It's actually a timely story by the gentleman. We're in the process of working on an ordinance right now to regulate what we would call a non-consensual tow. And it should be coming sometime in January to the Public Safety Committee. And we'll regulate the price, how you go about picking up your car, how responsive they are, where the lot would be located, those types of issues. So it's actually already in the works. So expected sometime.
I hope that somewhat answers your question. And again, we're not letting this go on. We inherited it. We're going to deal with it. And, we're not going to let jackals run our city, essentially what's happening. And they've worn their welcome out as far as I'm concerned. But we've got to go through the legal process to correct this problem. Alderman Barnhill.
Thank you, Honor. Ron, thanks for coming down and being before us. And I'd just like to, Ron is as a personal friend of mine for a long time, and is a business person probably for, 3 decades, maybe more downtown. This has been going on for too long, Ron. And I know it's a very expensive night for you, but we're looking into it, and we're going to make some changes. Guarantee you. And thanks for coming down, sharing the story.
Thank you, Alderman Barnhill. Alderman Brown.
Thank you, Your Honor. Actually, the only bone of contention I do have, South Broad Street is not a PD neighborhood. It's a nice area of the First Ward that you may just not be used to it. So.
Yeah, we have a lot of people in this room who are familiar with that area. Matter of fact, I won't mention who picked up cars on occasion. Alderman Ambrose.
Thank you, Honor. Because we have one bad business in the towing business, we have some wonderful towing companies here. And this company should not reflect negatively on them. But this has been an issue that Alderman Roxanne Moritz was dealing with 3 years ago. And I'm glad to see our legal department is going to step up and kind of tighten the reins on this company. And I think we should go a lot farther than just changing the ordinance.
Okay, we're going to have an opportunity to address that in the weeks ahead. Anyone else in the public wish to make any comments tonight? Yes, sir. No? Okay. Any further discussion from the Alderman? Seeing none. Motion order to adjourn. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed, contrary. The council is adjourned.